right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and we have had an incredible start to 2017. Just one once in a lifetime after another. We did a study in Bordeaux like none other to start the year. We did 1961s, we did 82s, we did the best of the 70s, we did the 50s, going back to 53, La Mission Aubryon. Just some remarkable wines on the table. And we had a few duds. Hey, that's what happens when you open up a lot of old bottles, man. I don't care if they all came from the same case. You really notice the bottle variation once the wines get to be over 30 years old. We started out the best of the 70s with the best of the 70s, 1970, of course, and we had some beautiful Pomerol on the table. The first bottle of Chateau Latour, not so good. Second bottle, delicious. Hey, man, if we get one that's really bad and I've got a substitution, I will definitely substitute it if we've got a full sold-out event. This one, we actually had room. But I think we had 12 people. We had a nice showing here. The Gazin showed beautifully as well. Dried herbs, bitter cocoa, kind of smoky notes here. Coming out on the second day. This wine very silky on the tongue, though. A slight metallic note at the end. Very good. I wouldn't say, can get any mentions for first or second place, but I would still drink this wine if you brought it over to my house. The Trotanoy, however, most excellent. This wine came in second place this evening. Had a beautiful nose, smoked meats, dark plum, dried tobacco, mocha, chocolate, your typical Pomerol nose, and on the palate, just silky smooth. Had wonderful richness still, and lovely freshness. The 1970 Trotanoy, an excellent bottle. Latour, like I said, the second bottle, excellent. Had that typical graphite, the old leather, dark currants, a little dried meat kind of character coming out, smooth and silky on the tongue, that lovely red currant and plum fruit, and still some tannins on the finish. Latour, a powerhouse, excellent juice. As was the Palmer. This wine had a beautiful nose of cigar box spice, red currants, smoky meats, really nice complexity, smooth and silky on the tongue, showing beautifully right now, this 70 Palmer. All right, the Trotanoy 75, unfortunately not a great bottle. This wasn't bad, just a bottle where the fruit was a little bit muted. Some dried meats there, just not a good representation, I think, of this wine. The 75 Petrus also, not bad, but one of these things, man. I've had 75 Petrus before, wine of the night. This was still excellent. Better on the second day, I'd have to say. Petrus, a powerhouse of a Pomerol. This had a little bit of that mint and chocolate chip that Pomerol's so well known for, and just took a long time to come out of its shell, and I've definitely had better examples of this wine. All right, La Mission Aubryon, however, most excellent. The wine of the night had that typical smoky cigar nuance in the nose you get up from Aubryon. Also, fresh, gravelly, mineral notes, red currant, plum. This wine opened up beautifully, and even better on the second day, just silky smooth on the tongue. This wine drinking at its peak, but big enough to where you could keep it a little longer. I don't know why you would. The 78 Cheval Blanc, this wine not bad, but other than 70 and 75, there weren't any great vintages. The 78 vintage was dubbed a miracle vintage. Everything got, warm at the end, but still, this wine, not a lot of fruit, some green notes here, some dried meat notes, and like I said, I would have liked to have had it 20 years ago. The 79 Leo de las Casas and the 79 Margaux, both were a little lean, but surprisingly good, especially when you look at what you'd pay for these wines. The Leo de las Casas always overperforms in vintages like this. The best value on the table at $150 by far. The Margaux, however, a surprise. This wine got 2 votes for first place and a vote for second. So some people thought this was an outstanding bottle. I thought it was excellent, but for my money, the La Mission Aubryon and the Trotanoy. It's 1975 La Mission Aubryon and the 70 Trotanoy, the wines of the night. That's what we had to drink at our Best of the 70s tasting. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.